Hey, how you guys doing? Back again with another helpful tip, which is something called citations. If you're a local business, which you are, this is a very important step in being found online. Citations, citations are basically um, mentions of your website on the internet in the form of what they call NAP, which is name, address, and phone number. Now, the thing with NAP and any type of citation you're doing is consistency. From the name to the address to the phone number, um, it all needs to be exactly written the same, even the name, because what happens is um, when you have all these different websites, having your name and phone number, they all should be consistent because, for one, it's a bad experience for the user. Let's say if they went into superpages.com and you might not have it up to date, you have the wrong address, you moved, a different phone number now, or they go to your business and then that has changed, versus Google, which has the current information. So basically, when people go to that website, they get the right information. So people are going to get upset, they're going to go online, they're going to leave you negative reviews, and that's part of the wrong things about when you want to make sure you have your citations done correctly. Um, the thing about citations is basically, especially when it comes to ranking in Google, they look at that as signals to say how important this business is, how local the business is, are they relevant, are they and they how relevant they are, and they look for different signals that push to Google that says, you know what, this business is organized, this is the top person in the industry, because there's so much activity on, from Manta and from Local and from Yelp, all these pages. They're all getting traffic from these sites. People are checking them out, they're calling them, they're looking at all these things, and these are all things that help boost it. Even things like mentions on Facebook of your address, on your blog, on your website, they all need to be consistent with the name because basically they could be other people that have, let's say, the same name or different variation of the name, or when people move into that specific address, so how is Google like specifically know exactly what's going on if these things aren't 100% accurate? And I'm going to give you a good example. And the one thing about the NAP stuff and the citations is that sometimes a lot of these websites, they do it automatically. They create this website for you, from whether from Sunbiz or wherever they get their listing from. Some of these websites, they go ahead and they create these profiles for you, and then they never get updated. So maybe you created your business 10 years ago, and you moved, you've changed phone numbers, and this information inaccurate. I'm gonna give you a little example of this one business I pulled up. This is actually a plumbing company, but the actual business is listed under Merlot, right? And as you can see here, based on this search, they are not even listed in Google based on this information. The name is different here, the name is different, it's all different here. Here's a PO box, there's this address, this is the same address up here. You see there's a different address here, the phone numbers are the same, but you're not listing all these different places. This is all different places you can get potential traffic, more business, more money. And as I mentioned, this is also the Google looks for. The more you have, the better, because they look at this as saying, you know what, your competition has 100 of these, you have one. And these are all really considered somewhat like backlinks, but for local searches, backlinks and citations are somewhat different power. If you're somewhat familiar with backlinks, provides the juice and authority, if you've heard that word before. Citation is slightly different. It doesn't really provide as much power, but it provides the localness and the correct information. It's more about local, so you want to have as much stuff like that. So stuff like if your local chamber can have you listed in a directory, with the name, address, and phone number exactly as it's supposed to be. Your website should have it also. Any local businesses you may have, references you have, any press releases are great. You want to make sure all that stuff is consistent with the correct address, spelling, exactly. Let me show you here. So let me see some examples here. So like, look right here, right? You see this one has comma. This one doesn't have it. See, Miami, Florida 33173. This one doesn't have it. These are all considered inconsistencies. This one has plumbing Inc. This one just has plumbing. These are all considered inconsistent listings that you need to be doing correctly. Let's go back to this. Yeah, apart from claiming your Google My Business, which is the most important page to be under, which is the Google Maps section. Let's see if I can go back so you can just get a quick idea of that. You know, which is this. This is the Google Maps. You want to get listed in this stuff for sure. This is the main thing when people do searches. Would be through right here. So this is very important. You make sure claim this one as your main one. Get this one. Get Yelp. I would say are your two biggest places you want to go ahead and get for your business to register. Let me go back to this. Yeah, so here's the top citation places you want to get. Yelp, Foursquare, Facebook, Hot Frog is pretty big. These are the ones I would go with first, and of course Google. And there's always going to be different directories that are more geared towards your industry. Let me see if I have anything more here. I think no, that here, sorry, not this. Okay, all right. Here are actually on one of our websites, Web Design Plus SEO. We have the bitch niche review sites, and all this called reviews. It's also good because you have to have your name listed on there, your address and phone number. So these are all considered citations, and we have it broken down by industry. So if you're a mechanic, these are some good places to have your NAPs, put, and they have whether it's free or paid and stuff like that. Your salons, here's some good places. So it's good to get reviews, and it's also good to get your citations, which is all signals that point back that your information is accurate and you're good, trustworthy business. And keep in mind, it's all stuff that we would do for you if we do take you on as a client. But this is all stuff to point in our direction of what the level of work that we do and the work that has to go in. There's hundreds of these places we list your stuff in, and it's all part of the SEO that we do. Let's go back to this SEO. Benefit citation is great for publicity campaigns. We give you more presence online and new chances of attracting more business. It increases your local ranking. And it helps to boost you, on top of your competitors by having more signals pointing out your information is correct. Citations also locally include a map, which is good for directions and stuff like that. Let me see anything here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't want to take this too long. Citations is basically just having your name, address, phone number listed in as many locations as possible. If you want to get them niched down to specific things that are related, like Angie's List and stuff like that, those are all great places to get citations. Citations are just having your information that's all accurate and consistent about your business, that specifically points out your name, address, and phone number, and that is really what those is. And obviously, you get the benefits of putting in your information, like your what your company does, your keywords, your services, your times, your hours, the years you've been in business. Those are all things that should be consistent also, and it does help boost your traffic online. That's it. Thank you.